Dilemma after dilemma, crisis after crisis, predicament after predicament. Okay, perhaps I'm being a little dramatic with my diction, but my mind seems to be continuously creating a whirlwind of quote-unquote dilemmas for all sorts of situations in my daily life. Now, I know that dilemmas are defined as difficult and undesirable choices that must be made. Typically, they are immensely challenging decisions to choose between. So I'll put it out there that using the word dilemma is my way of being dramatic. It's still true though, because we have a habit of making things seem worse than they really are. But I digress. My mental dilemmas were initially focused on my social life at some point in time, but they gradually expanded to include my personal ambitions, motivations, and goals for self-improvement. To exemplify, I'll list a few to demonstrate how they've expanded over time. I want to surround myself with new people who I know will help me grow. Or maybe I should play it safe and associate with people I'm already familiar with and love, but have outgrown. I'd love to join this new club, but perhaps I'll stay home and avoid the embarrassment of existing. I should speak up and voice my opinion when I really want to. Or I'll just keep my reserved persona to avoid judgment from others. I'll take part in as many activities as possible, but on second thought, I could just relax and enjoy my own company. I'd love to become a social media influencer, but maybe I should just clear out my entire existence on the internet and deactivate every social media account. I could make a specific to-do list, vision board, or routine that requires discipline. Or I should stick to whatever I feel like doing throughout the day. And finally, I could study the Bible and pray, which also requires discipline. Or I could wait until something demands prayer. Honestly, the list could go on and on, but as you can see, it has grown to include anything from social concerns to personal objectives. Frequently, they are settled by me instinctively swaying to the second alternative. And by the way, it's okay to be introverted. I only mention this because I don't want it to sound like enjoying your own company is a bad habit of some sort. I'd know because I've been a homebody for years. I just could have gotten a lot more out of putting myself out there, that's all. Essentially, if I were the type of person who does things because I know they have to be done, whether I like it or not, these wouldn't even be dilemmas. Heck, these dilemmas wouldn't even exist. In my case, if I want to see personal improvement, the initial options for these listed dilemmas must be completed. I know what I need, so why is it so hard to reach for it? I know I'm capable of more. You are too, if you're coping with your own fabricated dilemmas. Proof? I've determined that I can't keep doing this indefinitely. Neither can you. It has to come to an end at some point. I've finally chosen the best route between a dilemma that may have been a source of frustration until I would eventually give in to the opposing alternative, but I faced it and bit the bullet. This one in particular is that I could either share my vulnerability or hide it, because who could possibly care or relate to this nonsense enough to stay and watch? However, here I am, a vulnerable vessel. It's satisfying to have finally made the right and sensible decision for myself. This is truly about learning how to improve yourself without being motivated by or because of others. This could also encourage you to congratulate yourself on tiny victories and pat yourself on the back more frequently. Now, I'm one step closer to achieving the most persistent dilemma of mine. It's the option between allowing God to lead, assist, and train me to handle my unneeded dilemmas, or continuing to create more and more as life unfolds. On the flip side of dilemmas, I'm starting to see how they could be beneficial because they reveal a lot about yourself. It displays the route you're likely to take in any given situation. It demonstrates whether you will prioritize how you feel about something above rationally choosing to do it because of its importance, and vice versa. When you're upfront and honest with yourself, I believe that's when these dilemmas are the most useful. They wouldn't even be dilemmas at that point, but realizations. Begin by dismantling it. I'll go first. For example, I'm torn between wanting to put myself out there and staying to myself and keeping myself busy, while instead it could have been, I want to put myself out there, but truthfully, I'm afraid of rejection. So I'd rather stay safe than risk having to feel discomfort. That obviously pertains to me, and I know some of you might relate out there, but approaching it, any dilemma really, in that manner gives you an easier way to handle them. It provides you with a challenge to face, and when you do face them, you will learn just how capable you are. In many cases, discomfort can correlate with growth. Someone once said, to get something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. To be honest, that's easier said than done, since let's face it, every circumstance is unique. In essence, these contrived challenges, or fabricated dilemmas as I should put them, can have a bad impact on you, but they can also serve as a constant reminder of our poor decisions and the need for reform. And that right there is a call to self-improvement. Woohoo! This is a note to me as well as to my viewers. We'll be able to fight our flesh and get to achieve our greatest ambitions. Yes. Are you willing to bite the bullet and pick the better alternatives for your dilemmas today? If so, you got this. I have faith in you. Until next time, have a great day.